In 2026, the dream of free energy from the sky has hit a massive regulatory wall. As residential solar adoption reached record highs, utility companies nationwide lobbied for what critics call the sun tax, a series of grid access fees, demand charges, and reduced buyback rates designed to protect utility profits. For many homeowners, these green energy traps have doubled the time it takes for panels to pay for themselves. If you are a solar owner or considering an install, you are likely being billed just for the privilege of having panels on your roof. Here are the 10 states where the sun tax is most aggressive in 2026. 1. California, NEM 3.0, the net billing era. The reality: California, once the solar capital, now leads the country in solar taxation through its net billing tariff, NEM 3.0. In 2026, homeowners receive roughly 75% less for the power they send back to the grid compared to 2023. Additionally, new solar customers are hit with a monthly grid participation charge of approximately $15, regardless of how much energy they generate. This shift has made battery storage a mandatory $10,000 plus upgrade. Without it, the sun tax effectively eats your daytime savings, pushing the payback period from 5 years to over 9. 2. Alabama, the capacity reservation charge. The reality: Alabama remains one of the most hostile states for solar owners due to Alabama Power's capacity reservation charge. This fee is essentially a monthly tax of $5.41 per kilowatt of installed solar. For a standard 10 kilowatts home system, you are paying $54 per month just for owning the equipment, even if you use every drop of power yourself. Critics call this a direct penalty on self-sufficiency, as the fee often exceeds the value of the electricity the panels produce during winter months, making solar a net loss for many. 3. Arizona, grid access and demand charges. The reality: in the sunniest state in the union, major utilities like SRP and APS have implemented a complex sun tax through demand charges. These fees are calculated based on your single highest hour of electricity usage each month. If your panels are shaded by a cloud for 30 minutes while your AC is running, your bill can skyrocket by $30 to $50 instantly. Combined with a monthly grid access charge and low export rates, around 6 cents per kilowatt hour, Arizona has turned solar into a high-stakes management game for homeowners. 4. Florida, the minimum bill maneuver. The reality: while Florida still offers retail net metering, the 2026 reality includes a $30 minimum monthly bill for solar customers. Even if your panels produce 100% of your energy and you owe $0, you are still required to pay this base fee. Utilities like FPL argue this ensures solar users contribute to grid maintenance, but for the consumer, it acts as a $360 annual tax on sunlight. This fixed cost ensures that no matter how much you invest in green energy, the utility company gets a guaranteed cut of your wallet. 5. Nevada, the flat rate squeeze. The reality: Nevada's history with solar has been a yo-yo of policy, but in 2026, the state has settled on a declining export credit system. Each year, the amount you get paid for excess solar drops. Currently, new owners only get 75% of the retail rate, with that number scheduled to fall further. When you factor in the monthly fixed service charges that have crept up to $15 to $20, Nevada homeowners find themselves in a green energy trap, where the utility slowly devalues their investment every 12 months. 6. Connecticut, the export-only trap. The reality: Connecticut has moved away from traditional net metering to a buy-all, sell-all model. In this 2026 system, the utility buys all your solar power at a low wholesale rate and sells it back to you at a much higher retail rate. This prevents homeowners from banking their power for later use. Instead of using your own free energy, you are forced into a transaction where the utility takes a middleman's profit on every kilowatt your roof produces, effectively taxing the flow of your own energy. 7. Massachusetts, the SMART program caps. The reality: while Massachusetts offers rebates through the SMART program,